The idea started when, in a conversation with Sam Leach. We toyed around with the idea of curating a kind of big show in a public institution. And then one day Sam said, let's do an art fair. Why not do an art fair? And we'd both been to London together and seen the Frieze Art Fair and all the satellite events that occur around it. And it creates such an artistic buzz around the whole city. It's more than just complementary to the main event. And we thought this sort of thing could work in Melbourne.
We can anticipate that they'll be mostly young and emerging type artists that'll be showing at Not Fair. We're looking for artists who, in some sense, have been undervalued, whether that's because they haven't had the economic support that they deserve, or the critical support they deserve, or maybe it's just that their work hasn't been seen by as many people as should see it. Just in some sense undervalued. So it's going to be artists who are not necessarily widely known on the sort of mainstream art scene, but artists who are nevertheless producing really top-rate work.
Not Fair is a new model art fair. What we want to do is combine the curatorial concerns of a biennale with the format of an art fair. But the difference is that we want to promote artists and not galleries.
It's a combination of a commercial type art fair like the Melbourne Art Fair and more of a curated exhibition.
I believe Not Fair will be a combination of what is essentially a commercial art fair and a kind of the sensibility of a biennale or a spectre kind of exhibition where the art takes priority rather than the notion of a booth for an art gallery.
But what makes the Not Fair different to other art fairs is that we're going to have a more of a curated feel. We're going to be showing artworks and artists. It's not going to be gallery booths. We're not going to be promoting galleries at all. It's going to be more of a holistic exhibition sort of concern rather than a trade show.
And the other difference is that we're essentially curating it. Not to say that we're curating it with a particular theme, but we are going to be selecting the artists that are going to be involved. And it's a small number of people doing the actual final selection process. So it's going to be an art fair that's based on personal aesthetic preferences, which is a little bit of a different take.
We've put together an advisory committee to help us select the sort of artists that we want to put in this show. And the main criteria is that these have to be artists that are considered undervalued. So we want good quality, interesting artists for this show, but not the sort of artists that you'll see at the Melbourne Art Fair.
We will be choosing artists not because of their commercial sensibility necessarily, but their adventurousness, their experimentation, their willingness to go out on a limb. And that doesn't matter about generation necessarily. It doesn't matter about whether or not they're represented or not represented.
We've been in contact with a number of curators and they've put forward 2 or 3 names and reasons why they think these should be included. And generally the response has been really enthusiastic.